Hello, my dear student. This is Mohammad Maizul Haq Khan. How are you? I hope you are fine. Today, I would like to discuss about self-employment, chapter 3, business entrepreneurship. From this chapter, you will be able to know about the concept of self-employment, necessity of self-employment, factors considered for selecting suitable field for self-employment, and various training institute for helping self-employment. What is self-employment? Simply, when an individual creates an employment for himself or herself, it is called self-employment. To speak more clearly, when a person wants to earn his or her livelihood by employing his or her small or loan money and knowledge, intelligence and skill, it is called self-employment. A small grocery shop owner, poultry farm owner, a hair cutter may be its best examples. Relationship between business entrepreneurship and self-employment is very close. In case of self-employment, an individual starts working after thinking about the job. A self-employed person shall be called an entrepreneur when he thinks about the employment of other people in a society and steps forward against risks and forms an organization. In that case, all the entrepreneurs can be called self-employed, but all the self-employed persons are not entrepreneurs. Next, necessity of self-employment. Employment can be divided into three groups: wages or salary-based employment, self-employment, and business. When specific amount of money is paid as salary or wages and other ancillary benefits for the job are available in an organization, it is called salary or wage-based employment. Self-employment is the most effective substitute for salaried and wage-based employments. Self-employment means earning one's livelihood by using one's own small resource, expertise, and qualities. For example, a carpenter can start a furniture shop and earn his livelihood rather than doing a job in a furniture producing farm. In this way, people can employ themselves. Next, as a source of employment, the role and importance of business is well recognized in the modern world. In this sector, there are lots of opportunities of employment creation. To earn one's livelihood by establishing and operating a business by own initiative is called entrepreneurship. Here, the owner himself can work as a manager or can appoint managers and other employees to run and administer a business. It includes industry, commerce, and service rendering organizations such as banks, insurance, hotels, education institutions. Public and private organizations are the main source of employment. That is, what is the main source of employment? Public and private organizations are the main source of employment. The number of working and employed people increases with the increase of population. Employment opportunity does not increase comparing to the rate of demand for employment. In other profession, earning opportunity is very limited, but in case of self-employment, earning at the beginning is maybe low and uncertain, and possibility of earning afterwards in this profession is unlimited. So there is a significance of self-employment in case of earning more income. Opportunity for self-employment has vastly increased. Social status for self-employed people has increased comparing to the previous time. The major capital for self-employment is self-efficiency. This is very important for MCQ question. So what is the major capital for self-employment? Is self-efficiency. It is comparatively easier to arrange capital required for raw materials and machineries. Self-employment is an independent profession since one can do his from one's own home and land. Extra cost can be avoided. The youth of the country engaged in self-employment can contribute to the development of the country rather engaging in antisocial works. Wages in Bangladesh is very poor because of large population. Moreover, in our country, seasonal unemployment problem is acute. To solve such problems, self-employment can contribute significantly. Through self-employment, migration to towns can be controlled and development of village society and economy can be ensured. The self-employment mentality motivates the youth for patriotism and encourages willful works. Age is never a burden for self-employment. A person of any age can earn through self-employment as per his or her efficiency level. It is also important for MCQ questions. What is never a burden for self-employment? You can say age is never a burden for self-employment. Next, factors considered for selecting suitable field for self-employment. This topic is very important for MCQ questions, also for creative questions. The success and failure of self-employed business depends largely on selecting a suitable field for employment. Thus, selecting suitable field for self-employment, the following factors should highly be considered. Number one, selecting the right goods. Selecting the appropriate or right goods for business is the precondition for getting success. Before selecting the product or goods, demand and acceptability of the product in the market should properly be justified. So, what is the appropriate or what is the precondition or prerequisites for getting success in business? You can say selecting the right goods. Next, initial capital. To run the business successfully, it is necessary to arrange sufficient fund, that is sufficient fixed and working capital. To utilize the maximum capacity of the business is not possible if one fails to assess and arrange necessary capital. For lacking of working capital, many industries in Bangladesh cannot run to their maximum capacity. Next, assessing demand for goods. The perfect measurement of demand for goods through market research and other techniques is one of the major preconditions for success of business. Besides, market research, that is market size and marketing process must be assessed beforehand. Then experience and education. The past experience in business and proper education regarding management is helpful towards success of business. Research shows that in most of the cases, the reason for failure in business is because of having no prior experience, that is previous experience, or no knowledge about management techniques or strategies. So, experience and education basically helps the self-employed people to run the business efficiently and effectively. Then awareness about self-weakness. There is self-analysis uh, should be done by the self-employed person before starting a business. Troubles in business can be avoided if the entrepreneur or self-employed people is alert and aware of his or her strength, self-strength and weakness. Then joint effort, family support and joint effort is a significant element to achieve success in business. Business running jointly are more successful. Then selecting right worker. The worker to be employed in the business must be qualified and efficient in their own job. So in case of recruiting worker, their academic qualification, professional efficiency, trustworthiness must be justified on the basis of a yardstick. There should be an arrangement for training for the employed workers. The employees should not be recruited emotionally. Selecting the right place of business, that means while selecting the suitable fields for self-employment, site selection is very important to select the right place for a business. In this case, raw materials availability, marketing opportunity, infrastructure facility should highly be considered. Use of right technology. The use of right technology is the production process and combination of local and important technology increases the possibility of success. The entrepreneurs should provide special emphasis on this before starting business. To be aware of the socio-economic and political condition of the country, the economic condition influence the success of business. Small entrepreneurs should assess the existing socio-economic condition of the country and take business decision on the basis of assessment continuously. Moreover, entrepreneurs should always be aware of the influencing elements of business to become successful in business. To find ways to face business risks, business can be protected from uncertain risks if the business-related risk is assessed in priority and ways are predetermined. So assessing the business risks with a suitable method and face those with a predefined way are the precondition for the success in business. Take lessons from failure. There is self-employed or business entrepreneur should take lessons from failure. Since we know failure is the pillar of success, so one should not get frustrated for failure in a business. Rather, he or she must analyze the reasons meticulously and start in a new way. The success of business lies within the learning from the previous business failure and execution of the learning. Proper business planning. There is business planning can also play a significant role in running the self-employment business efficiently and effectively. Business planning means planning is deciding in advance what is to be done in future. So proper business planning can play a significant role for running the self-employment business efficiently and effectively. It is also called the guiding paper for operating the business. The more the planning is rich, the more is the certainty of becoming success in business. So definitely for business entrepreneurship or self-employed people, if they go through proper business planning, definitely it is possible to achieve the targeted goals. Next, training. Training in self-employment is necessary for completing a special job and enhancement of knowledge and efficiency. Simply, what is training? Training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job. So, it basically increases work efficiency and competency. The importance of training is a lot. We can discuss the importance of training to the following points: introduction to nature of work and environment. We can say, that is training plays a significant role for the newly appointed staffs to be introduced with the working environment and nature of work of the organization. Induction training, we can say induction training. In this case, those who joined in the organization newly, they can be acquainted with the working environment of the organization. Then removes the lacking of efficient and experienced worker. It is not possible for the organization to recruit experienced and educated working people for all the time. For this reason, after recruitment, this necessity is fulfilled through training of the new workers. Recruitment means after selection, once the employees is selected or appointed in the organization, if they are given training, then definitely they will be skilled in a particular area of job. So definitely it can remove the lacking of efficient and experienced worker. That is, training can be substitute for efficient and experienced worker. Increase the efficiency of the worker. Training increases the work efficiency of the worker. For this, training is necessary for the new worker as well as old workers in the organization. Because of training, it is possible to enhance the current job performance efficiently and effectively. Proper utilization of resources. Training develops the efficiency of the entrepreneur and workers. If training is given to the employees of the organization, then it is possible to ensure the proper utilization of resources, because trained employees can know how to utilize the proper utilization of non-human resource in the organization. Non-human resource means money, materials, methods, process, market. Then enhancement of moral strength. That is, training enhances the morality of the entrepreneur and workers. Moral strengths means, moral means the mental state of employees towards the working environment. Mental state of the employees towards the working environment. If training is given, then the mental state of the employees becomes positive. That is, because of training, cooperation and coordination among the workers is increased. Then minimize wastage and accident. Trained worker can perform job with high efficiency and low cost. As a result, wastage is reduced in the working process in the organization. Training gives the worker knowledge of security, related various techniques, and it helps to avoid accident of using machineries and other factors. So from the above discussion, we can say that definitely training is immense for the development of the work through efficiency and competency of the worker to maintain the activities of the organization efficiently and effectively. Without proper training, satisfactory work cannot be expected from the employees of the organization, whether old or new, both. So making the worker suitable is a must for doing their job for an organization. Now, Training Institute for Self-Employment. There are various organizations in our country which provide training for self-employment. Among the institution, Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management, Bangladesh Institute of Management, Ministry of Women Affairs, Bangladesh Rural Development Board, Employment Generation Project of Rural Women, youth training center, not terms are mentionable. The activities of these organizations are mentioned below. This topic is very important for MCQ questions. Bangladesh Institute of Management, BIM. Bangladesh Institute of Management is an independent organization under the Ministry of Industry. This type of organization also called independent autonomous organization. Autonomous means self-regulated and self-controlled. This institution provide training on self-employment and entrepreneurship development in exchange of specific fees. The major program include process of setting up small industry and management, establishing new industry, development of women entrepreneur, etc. Then Ministry of Women Affairs. Ministry of Women Affairs mainly undertakes various activities for the development of women. Mainly the major objectives of this organization is to generate employment for the destitute, educated and half-educated village women. It provides informal training on technical and technological issues towards the motivated women for the development of their technical efficiency. Then Bangladesh Rural Development Board, BRDB, provides vocational training to the impoverished village people. That is ultra poor village people for self-employment so that they can select a profession of independently to earn their livelihood. The activities of BRDB covers all the districts and upazilas. Through this project, that is employment generation project of rural women, the rural women are provided with training and loan is extended to the trained women. Only the trained are eligible to avail the loan facility. Then most important organization is Youth Training Center. Youth Training Center is operated by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. You know, each and every Upazila and Thana has Youth Development Training Center. From this training center, training on various professions are provided to the unemployed youths, such as establishing poultry farm, fish cultivation, vegetable gardening, nursery, sewing, cottage industry, computer operation, etc. The trainees can enjoy the opportunity of self-employment after getting training in these sectors. Then NOTRAMS. NOTRAMS is an institution operated by the Ministry of Education. This is very important for MCQ question. What type of organization is NOTRAMS? NOTRAMS is a such kind of organization which is operated by the Ministry of Education and whose main job is to provide training on computer programming and operation. A number of young boys and girls have become self-employed after having training from this institution. These are the organizations which provides training facilities for self-employment. You have to study also another important topic, motivating for self-employment. For self-employment, it is necessary to have personal efficiency and strong willingness to earn a living on the basis of self-dependent profession. As self-employment is the only alternative since job opportunity is limited, so many employment cannot be generated through private and public initiative. And how to motivate the self-employment? Basically, students should be taught that work is better, disrespectful. Students to be lectured on the biography of a successful self-employed person of the locality. list of suitable areas for self-employment to be advertised over schools and union parishad. The students who are dropped out or cannot come to school regularly, they should be trained in the suitable area and arrangement to be made for lending money to them. Vocational and technical and work-oriented subject is to be included in the secondary and higher secondary level sufficiently. You know already, business entrepreneurship book is included in the secondary level. Then youth development bank and education bank is to be established for lending money to unemployed people. You know already Bangladesh Karmasangsthan Bank been established to provide financial facility to the self-employed people. Then ex-students of the school who are now successful entrepreneur and businessmen, they should be invited for admiration and tributes. So these are the way to motivate self-employment. Okay, that's all about the self-employment. Basically, this chapter is important for MCQ questions. You have to highlight the main topic, suitable field for self-employment, factors considered for selecting suitable field for self-employment, then training, what are the importance of training, and training institute for helping self-employment. Okay, thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe.